Before we get started, do me a favor and smash that like button. I'd appreciate it.
Okay, part 4, and hopefully this will be the last segment that we record so you can get back to your RV.
Well, what we were talking about there was Thetacon and going. You know, I know there's a lot of people that cannot physically go to Thetacon just because of time constraints, monetary constraints, and so on. I was fortunate this year that I could go, and just because my airplane's down for maintenance, and so no airplane to fly, I got time to go to Thetacon. So next year it looks like the Thetacon or TC23 is going to be in the Southwest, is what they're looking at. I've heard probably down in Austin, Texas. It could be out to Phoenix. There's been no solid decision made on that, but they are working on it. So,
well, hopefully it's Austin, because the last time I tried to fly to Phoenix, that didn't end well.
Well, the either way, it's going to be a good time. So, and I think it's going to be about the same time frame, November, 1st December, something like that. So start planning now. You know, if you save a few dollars every month, then you can make it to the Thetacon. And so there was a couple of projects at Thetacon that I thought was very interesting. One was not even on the schedule, and that was the TWorld, as in Tango, as in Theta World, TWorld. And TWorld is a project that they're putting together right now. That's being built. This is still very preliminary stages, but all these projects need capital. They all need money, whether it's to buy supplies, to
pay staff,
to hire staff. Somebody with a great project and no capital or no money to get that project going, well, that's an idea that's just going to die. And so much as crowdsource funding, that's as I understand it, what this is going to be. But it's an organization, TWorld, that's putting together 3 groups of people. There's the investor, the creator, and the supplier. And they first put together the platform of TWorld, where investors can come and put in an initial investment in TWorld, where they'll get a token, and that token will then represent their investment in the platform itself. And a creator can come along and say, hey, we want to build project XYZ, we want to build on the Theta blockchain, this is our idea, this is what we want to do. And the TWorld folks will have a council set up. They'll be able to review these things. They'll be able to give credibility about whether it's a good project, not a good project, how much capital is needed, what they're going to need to do, come up with some parameters, and then put a profile for that project on their platform, where then investors can go look at the profiles, decide if they want to make an investment, communicate directly with the project leaders, and determine how that might look as far as investing goes. And then say there's somebody that could supply graphic arts ability, or somebody that could supply coding abilities, or somebody that has good access to certain computers or whatever is needed. So the suppliers of these different products or services will also be listed, so that this project manager can go and say, okay, well, here's the skill that I need, let me talk to this person. So it's going to be TWorld will be a place where suppliers of services or goods can meet up with project developers, who can also meet up with investors and put those 3 things together stir it up in a pot, and magically we have a project that gets funded, put onto the Theta blockchain, or built, and it's a win for everybody. It's a win for the Theta investors. It's a win for the project investors. It's a win for the team itself. It's a win for the supplier of services, so that these projects get built and started.
And it's Theta Focus, therefore
Yes.
they're bringing together the three elements for a successful project and to be built utilizing the Theta network.
Right. Or, I mean, we are, Ethereum, there are so many teams building on Ethereum, but the drawback to building on Ethereum is the cost. And so if we can get some of those projects to port over from Ethereum into the Theta blockchain, we could quickly start building and getting real use cases on the Theta blockchain to drive Theta adoption through these projects. So that was one of the particular things I did not expect, because it simply wasn't on the docket, and it happened. Well, they were ready to give their presentation, have full slideshow and that kind of thing. They were very, very quick to say, look, this is a concept that we're working on and is not yet built, but this is what we want to do. So,
And you basically found it by happenstance.
yeah, I was
Somebody
walking down
grabbed
the hall
you
and
as you were
somebody
walking
said, hey,
by.
come in here. I said, great, okay. So I went in. And so, but that, that's the kind of thing that happens whenever you're there in person, is you can have these meetings just happen on a whim, so to speak. So I got involved with the NFT project, Trader Punks. I got to talk with NT quite a bit, sit down, have a one-on-one conversation with him. That was great. Of course, I'm involved with G-Pool. I got to sit and have a conversation with D-Guard one-on-one and different members of his teams. That was great. I'm involved with the Symbiote NFT gaming project, and Ivy Jones. Got to meet him and his wife. His kids were there. All real people. All great things. I had conversation with Simon from Open Trader. He's German. He came over he's from Germany, and he came over for just this conference. Was ready to talk to anybody that wanted to ask about NFT programs and how they work, and how could I, if I wanted to build my own NFT and put it out there, how would I do that? What would it look like? With Mark from Theta Diamonds, he's putting out an NFT every single day. Got a great project, beautiful work that he does. Former Army, retired Army. Anyway, just, and I could go on. ThetaZilla, Kaiko Co, Rob Feldman and his project, the folks over at Theta Pugs. My wife actually got her first NFT that she said, I want that one, and I bought it because I'm kind of control the account, but she had picked out what she wanted. She knew what she wanted, and I just helped her do it.
So it sounds like the vast majority of attendees were just common people.
Oh yeah,
mixed in with a few wealthy individuals.
Well, you never know who you're rubbing elbows with, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were a lot of just.
So if you want to network with other like-minded people, Thetacon is the place to be, from the sounds of it.
For sure. And in person, if you can. That's obviously in my opinion, the best way to do it. Yeah, go there, be a part of what's going on, see what's going on, see where you can help. And for me, I'm doing my part by investing into the different programs in different ways. Sometimes it's an NFT, sometimes it's getting into an LP, or just buying the tokens. So
And before we forget, I want to give a shout out to your friend and mine, Sergeant Dusty Rhodes of the
Yes.
Tampa PD. We were hoping that he would be able to make it here to Panama City to meet up with us, but that didn't work out. But shout out to him. He should be back from vacation by now. I know he was out of town for a week up in the mountains with his family.
right, I was hoping to swing through there and meet him on my way out of Fort Lauderdale, but he wasn't in town. He was out of town. So
Yeah, he was up in North Carolina, up in the mountains somewhere.
yeah.
With
So-
spending quality time with his wife. So sorry to miss you, Dusty, but it'll happen one day.
Yes, and Andrew Lundy came and talked to me. He says, "Man, when are you guys going to have that meetup? We really appreciate what you're doing. I really would like to have that meetup and meet with other like-minded people." And so, for me to be able to make that happen, it looks like it's going to be the middle of next year, personally, for me. But we'll be working on that. See if we can make it happen. Basically the next time my airplane goes down.
Yeah.
So, that's the only time I know I'm off. I'm pretty much on call, and don't know that I'm flying sometimes until I get the phone call. So
Yeah. So. Okay, well, is there anything else that we want to cover before we wrap this up?
I think that pretty much covers the TC22. TC23 is coming up. The whole team, Doc Theta, Roberto of Doc Theta, Brian Mercer, and Rob Feldman. They're the three that got together and said, "Hey, let's do a conference. Let's do a Theta conference and put all this together." And great big shout out to those guys, because they did it. They did it right, and I really appreciate the time and effort that they've put into it.
And so the number of people that were there, you would say, was probably 250 to 300 people, maybe?
Well, I know that in attendance, the numbers that were given were like 225 were staying there at the hotel.
And there was probably
and
five
attending, so-
times that many or
Well,
more
there-
that were watching virtually like I did.
Well, we know that Sunday morning there were 400 people on the live stream when it was going out live, and probably more than that have bought the NFT so they can watch it at their leisure, not necessarily on live streams.
And your understanding is that they are going to post all of those recordings.
They said in a few days, so I would expect it out tomorrow, because to me that's a few days. Sunday, everybody's got to get home, so there's Monday, and then back to work on Tuesday and get it all conjigured or whatever they have to do to be able to post it, and that would be Wednesday. So I would expect it to be available Wednesday myself.
Well, I plan on going and watching, because I didn't get to watch all of the live streams as they were happening. But
Well, I'm going to watch them because I was there for most of the live streams, but I want to hear it again.
yeah,
And so there's so much information that hearing it multiple times is going to be good. So I'll go watch it, probably parts of it tomorrow and parts of it Thursday and Friday. And then, as I understand, at some point in the future, they're going to release all of it for even people that didn't buy the NFT to view it, just to get information out.
well, last but not least, who are the two founders of Theta?
I started to say Wes Levitt, but no,
No,
Jay
Wes-
Long and Mitch Luke.
Right. Well, someone asked the question of them that how was this whole FTX meltdown affecting Theta, and the answer was not at all. Basically, that the Theta team is funded mainly by the T-fuel that they earn from staking the Theta, and they said that their burn rate is just a small fraction of what they actually pull in from the T-fuel staking rewards. So they are in no danger of being affected from the whole FTX, according to what they said.
Right.
So that's good.
Right. So strong team overall. Theta Labs. We know they're working hard. They're putting out products. We know from being there and talking to the different teams, they're all working hard, trying to develop the things they do, whatever it might be, and get those posted.
Well, I think the future is bright.
Yeah, it just might be further down the train tracks.
Yeah.
Than what you want it to be.
So you're going to have to get back to your RV and
mosey down the road.
Get it ready to hit the road, because you're going over to Pensacola Naval Air Station, to the Air Museum over there.
That's the plan.
And hook up with your daughter and her family.
Yeah,
so safe travels to you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to go over there and see family, which is kind of odd. Half my family right now is in Florida, and the other half is back in Arkansas where we live.
Yeah.
So I'm going to meet up with half my family over in Florida. So.
All right. Well, I guess we'll shut it down here.
All right.